Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the class. I hope you all are well. Today we will start our new lesson, that is lesson number 3, Weather and Climate. Children, we all are aware that some days are hot and some days are cold. Some are windy and some are rainy. Sometimes it is sunny in the morning and rainy in the afternoon. This happens because it changes in the atmosphere of a place. These changes in the atmosphere over a short period of time are called weather. In this lesson, we are going to learn about climate, factors determining climates and climatic zones. In today's session, I want to explain climate and factors determining climates. The earth is surrounded by a layer of air called atmosphere. Weather is defined as the condition of air temperature, air pressure, wind, humidity and rainfall in the atmosphere at a given place and time. Weather can change from day to day and even from hour to hour. For example, a cloudy day may become sunny or a calm day may suddenly become windy. We may experience different weather conditions in the morning and evening. Changes in weather conditions give rise to seasons. In India, we enjoy three main seasons. That is, atmosphere means what? The earth is surrounded by a layer of air called atmosphere. Yes. Yesterday was hot and sunny. Today it is sticky and uncomfortable. Tomorrow it may rain. We say such things when we talk about the weather. The weather at a given place and time is its atmospheric conditions like hot, cold or windy. Some other words we use to describe weather are sunny, cloudy, sticky, rainy and snowy. The weather of a place can change quickly within a few days or even on the same day. That is, weather is defined as the condition of air temperature, air pressure, wind, humidity and rainfall in the atmosphere at a given place and time. The weather at a given place and time is its atmospheric condition like hot, cold or windy. Yes. Next, climate. The climate is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time. The climate of a place remains more or less the same year after year. That is, what are the difference between weather and climate? Weather is the condition of the atmosphere over a short period of time, where climate is a condition of the atmosphere over a long period of time. And different parts of the world have different types of climate. Some regions experience hot and wet climate almost throughout the year. Other regions are hot and dry. In some areas, the land is covered by a thick layer of snow and ice. Some parts of the world have very hot summers and very cold winters. That is, Weather is a condition of the atmosphere over a short period of time, whereas the climate is a condition of the atmosphere over a long period of time. This is the difference between weather and climate. Yes, weather is defined as the condition of air temperature, air pressure, wind, humidity and rainfall in the atmosphere at a given place and time. The climate is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time. It's clear, children? Next topic, factors determining climate. Different places in the world have different types of climate. A number of factors determine the climate of a place. It is largely dependent upon the temperature of air and the amount of rainfall. Some of these factors are as is first one, distance from the equator. Second, height above the sea level. Third one, distance from the sea. Next, prevailing winds. Next, moisturize in the air. These are the factors determining climate. We will discuss one by one. The equator is an imaginary circle that runs around the middle of the earth. It is at an equal distance from the two poles. It is closest to the sun as this part of the earth bulges out the most. The sun's rays fall directly over the equator. This makes the equatorial region very hot. The equator is an imaginary circle. Equator is an imaginary circle that runs around the middle of the earth. An equal distance. It is at an equal distance from the two poles. It closest to the sun as this part of the earth bulges out the most. The sun rays fall directly over the equator. This makes the equatorial region means what? Equatorial region. The region around the equator is called equatorial region. That is, the region around the equator is called the equatorial region. That is, as we move away from the equator, the sun's rays are spread out over a large area. So the rest of the world is not as hot as the equatorial region. As the distance from the equator increases, as the distance from the equator increases, the temperature decreases. This makes the climate cooler. Yes. Next topic, height above the sea level. We know that hill stations such as Shimla, Nainital or Ooty are cool even in summers also. Very high mountains experience snowfall. Most of the peaks in the Himalayan mountains are covered with snow and ice even during summers also. Yes, and hill stations which Shimla and Nainital or Ooty are cool even in summer season also. Yes, this shows that at higher altitudes the temperature is lower than the plains. Actually, the temperature decreases, the height of the land increases. That means places which are at a higher altitude will be cooler and the temperature will be lower. Yes, next, distance from the sea. Places near the sea coast have a moderate climate. This is because of the cool breeze coming from the sea. Places far from the sea do not get any sea breeze. So they are extremely hot in summer season and very cold during the winter. This is called an extreme climate. Yes, places near the sea coast have which climate? Have a moderate climate. Places near the sea coast have a moderate climate. This is because why? This is because of the cool breeze coming from the sea. Therefore, this is happening. Places far from the sea do not get any sea breeze. So they are extremely hot in summer season and very cold during the winter. This is called an extreme climate. Let us compare the climatic condition of Delhi and Mumbai during the summer season. Delhi is far away from the equator and still has a very hot climate. Mumbai is closer to the equator than Delhi and located along the west coast of India. It experiences a cool climate. The climate of Mumbai is mild in comparison to Delhi. This is an example given. Next topic. Direction of winds. Yes, the direction of the winds also affect the temperature. Winds that blow from a warm place are also warm. These winds further increase the temperature of a region. Winds that blow from cold regions are cool. They help in bringing down the temperature. Winds coming from the sea bring cool and moist weather. Sometimes winds bring clouds with them and cause rainfall. For example, the monsoon winds that come from the surrounding water bodies cause rain. Delhi is hot summer due to dry, hot winds from Rajasthan. In winter, the cold winds from the Himalayas cause a cold wave in northern India. That is, the direction of the winds also affects the temperature. Winds that blow from warm place are also warm. Winds that blow from warm place are also warm. Winds that blow from cold regions are cool. They help in bringing down the temperature also. Winds coming from the sea bring cool and moist weather. Which weather? Breeze coming from the sea bring cool and moist weather. Sometimes winds bring clouds with them and cause rainfall also. Yes. Next, humidity and rainfall. Humidity and rainfall. Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in the air. It affects the climate of a place. The air over the equator is laden with water vapor as the heat of the sun causes rapid evaporation of the ocean waters. This causes heavy rain in the areas. So the climate near the equator is hot and wet. The amount of moisture or water vapor in the air is related to humidity. Places near the ocean, seas or large water bodies experience high humidity because of heavy content of the moisture in the air. These places experience warm and humid climate. Deserts. Deserts are formed in these places where there is very little humidity and so very little rain throughout the year. Deserts are formed in these places where there is very little humidity and so very little rain throughout the year. Yes, these are the factors affecting the climate. What are the factors? Distance from the equator, height above the sea level, distance from the sea, direction of winds, and humidity and rainfall. These are the factors affecting the climate of a place. Children, only this much you have to read the taught portion 2 times. Next topic I will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.